Hi, I'm Lauren.
And I'm Callie.
And this is the Book Common Room podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Book Common Room podcast. We will be tackling our spoiler episode on the Odyssey.
Yes.
All things the Odyssey. And so, welcome. I'm excited to hear what your thoughts were. I'm excited to hear what translations y'all chose.
Would the movie have come out by the time this episode comes out?
Yes.
How's the movie compared to your guys' reading?
Yes.
Yeah. We haven't seen it yet because it's not out yet.
We haven't seen it because we're recording this before, but yeah, our future selves will talk about our reactions.
Yes.
Yeah. And so, Callie, what were your thoughts on the Odyssey? What translation did you read? Give us the details.
Yeah, so I read the Emily Wilson version. I was influenced by the article I mentioned last episode because I, just as a reader, I like beautiful prose.
Yeah.
I like the fluff, but I also was like, I don't really want the fluff right now. So I chose the Emily Wilson one. If we're being honest, that was my logic.
Hey, you get through it faster.
Like, there were other things where I'm like, oh, okay, this will be, make more sense with the movie.
Yeah.
And I like how Emily Wilson just, kind of said it how it was. But, I really just didn't want the fluff.
You didn't want it.
Maybe another day. Maybe, but not today.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay. It's all good.
But I really liked it. If we're just going to talk about the story itself, I think epics are a ton of fun. I love the Iliad. I think the Iliad is a ton of fun. And I love the Aeneid. I like just those kind of stories like that. They're always just great stories to get into.
Yes.
But Odysseus really bothered me for most of it.
I think he bothers a lot of us. He's a great character, but he is annoying.
This is true. Because,
he does dumb stuff.
But I also think that's the point, right?
Yes.
Because it's what happened. I feel like a big question that I was thinking about is what happens when you take a man who was basically brought up to go to this war and to end this war that had been going on for so long. He's a great king. He's because if they just ended the story, if Homer just ended at the Iliad, Achilles, Odysseus, all of those guys would have only been thought of these great heroes, right? These great heroes that did great epic things. But we never think about, what happens at home?
Yeah.
What's going on with the wife and the child at home? What happens to the man that went through trauma? What happens to that man? I feel like that's what the Odyssey really is it's a journey of him going back home, but I feel like the home is the heart of it all.
Yes.
Because it's
yes. Preach it.
I feel like that's what really the Odyssey is. And so even when I was getting really annoyed with Odysseus, I'm like, okay, but that's kind of the point. He's supposed to be doing these things.
Yes.
And then I'm like, okay, we're fine. I can be annoyed, but I'm supposed to be. So this is good.
Yes.
Period. So that's overall. Do you want me to get into specific? I have a couple specific parts that I like.
Yes, Kate. I want to hear them all, and then I will jump into the parts that I liked and what I felt was compelling. But I feel like a lot of things you're saying right now, I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one, I thought all of the, him going and defeating the Cyclops and, making all of the gods upset. I thought that was, all fun. But my favorite moments were kind of when I feel like the story was, purposely slowing, taking us back a little bit.
Yeah.
And slowing down.
Mm-hmm.
So in my translation, it's book 11, The Dead. So this is when Odysseus is gone to the underworld, and he's trying to save his crew that got killed by Poseidon, right?
Was it Poseidon because of what they did to
or was it Zeus?
The
Zeus.
cattle?
Zeus, yes.
Oh, it was Zeus.
Because they killed the cow. The
cattle. The sun god's cattle. I thought they were Apollo's, right?
Okay, I got into an argument about my sister about this. So in Percy Jackson, it's Apollo's cow. But it's Helios's cow, the sun god.
Oh, yes. You're right.
And it's just a single cow. And they killed the cow. And Helios went to Zeus and was like, they killed my cow.
my cow.
You need to curse them. So then Zeus cursed them. Because we got into argument. Right. I thought it was Zeus's cow. Helios' cow.
Helios.
Yes.
So but Zeus is the one that punished.
Zeus is the one that punished him. So he's going to underground. He's trying to get his crew back. And he meets a bunch of people down there. But I loved when he met his mom down there.
Yes.
And I thought that was very sweet because I feel like this Odysseus doesn't really, he has no idea what's going on at home. Because we, as the reader, we know Telemachus, right?
Yes.
Telemachus.
Telemachus.
Oh my gosh. Telemachus. Telemachus. We got, like, he's trying to find his dad. We've heard about Penelope and the suitors and all those people. Mm-hmm. But I feel like Odysseus doesn't really know. Like, he kind of does, but he's not, like, in it. So he meets his mom. Are you fact checking me?
No, I'm trying to remember stuff about his mom because that was the one thing is, like, she's the granddaughter of Hermes.
Oh.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
I remember hearing that and I was like, what? Anyways.
I want to just make sure. I'm like, did I say something wrong?
But she literally died in grief.
Yes.
For Odysseus.
Yes.
Anyways, sorry.
No, you're good. I was going to talk about that. So, let's see here. I wanted to read a part.
Oh, so that's the whole thing is like she's the granddaughter of Hermes, who's like the god of tricks, and which is why they think Odysseus inherited like being so cunning and like
that makes sense.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yes.
I like it. Let's see here. Hold on, I had it written down and I lost it. Oh, this is the part I like. So he's talking to his mom, and he's kind of just like, he's with his mom, so he's like, let me just unload, because this is my mom. Mm-hmm. And he says, I've been lost and wretchedly unhappy since I first followed mighty Agamemnon at Troy, the land of horses, to make war upon the people there. But tell me, how was sad death brought upon you by long illness, or did the archer Artemis destroy you with gentle arrows? Tell me about my father and the son I left behind. Are they still honored as the kings, or has another taken over, saying I will not return? And tell me what my wife is thinking and her plans. Does she stay with our son and focus on his care, or has the best of the Achaeans, is that how you say that, married her? And then she's basically like, no, stay firm. Her heart is strong. She's still in your house. But his dad has basically gone off to the countryside. He will not come to town. He does not sleep on a real bed with blankets and fresh sheets. In winter, he sleeps inside by the fire, just laying in the ashes with the slaves. His clothes are rags. And he's grieving, basically. His old age is not easy, and that's why I met my fate and died. The goddess did not shoot me in my home, aiming with gentle arrows, nor did sickness suck all the strength out of my limbs with long and cruel wasting. No, it was missing you. Odysseus, my sunshine, your sharp mind and your kind heart, that took sweet life from me. And I thought that was just so heartbreaking. Like, oh my gosh, because Odysseus he could have died of any of these gods. He's been cursed by many gods on his journey home. But at home, that was the hardest part, was just missing him. And it's such a great loss and such a great sorrow that she died.
Yeah.
Because he's been gone for
20 years.
20 years.
Because she saw him leave for the Trojan War. Mm-hmm. That was 10 years.
Yes.
And then his journey home is 10 years.
Yeah.
And so this, like you said, like the Odyssey needed to exist because it's taking what happened in the Iliad home, and like what happens at home, and like what happens to the people left behind, to the people that go to war.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And like I just think of like even like modern, not even modern, but like real stories now of like the family is left behind during the major world like wars, and those people that are grieving, and like so many people who didn't see their families forever. It's just, I don't know. It's a very tender topic.
It really is. Well, I also think it's interesting that Homer even did this. Like, he created this great epic. And I mean, this is considered an epic in genre, but I feel like the Iliad is what you think of when you think of an epic.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's fun to write war stories of great heroes fighting evil, and the
heroes that fall, the heroes that win.
Like Achilles dies at the end of the Iliad. I don't know if that's a spoiler or not, but it's tragic. But he he won the war.
Yeah, and it's okay. This is a spoiler episode. You can drop that. Yeah.
I mean, he meets his ghost, so obviously he's dead.
Yeah.
And like all of these things are happening, but it is interesting that he like took the time to show, hey, like, is war worth it enough to leave these people behind at home? Like, is the suffering worth it? Yeah. I think is the question. Yeah. And I think that's a very personal question to answer. And I don't know if Homer ever really answers it.
Yeah.
But like, the Trojan War needed to end. Odysseus needed to go to end the Trojan War, but was it worth it for him to leave his family like that?
And that's the thing. He left with Penelope and their baby.
Yeah.
Like,
he's
Telemachus
was a baby. Son.
Yeah, he hasn't known his son. So his son has this love for a father he's never met.
Yeah.
And that's the other reason why I think Athena speaks to him the way she does. She speaks to him in forms of a fatherly figure.
Yeah.
And it's...
Yeah, she appears as this mentor.
Yeah.
It's always like this mentor, but it's actually Athena. But he's really seeing a mentor.
Like, he's needing, like, he needs this male trusted adult to help guide him. And I thought that was so interesting, the way Athena, like, adapts the way she
appears.
Manipulate's not the word I want to use, but like to get the heroes to go, I guess. And the way she
knows, she's like, this needs to happen, so I need to do this to make them do it.
But she does it in the best way for that person to become who they need to become, I guess. Which I think is so interesting. And so, yeah, he doesn't even know who his dad is. And he thinks his dad is dead. Yeah. So he's just like watching these suitors. And then all of a sudden, like after Athena was like, no, like we need to figure out Odysseus. Like, this is what I've heard. And like, he is like, okay, time's up, suitors. Mother, go away. Don't have to deal with this. I'm going to take care of you.
Yeah.
And then he goes. And I thought that was really interesting. But
it's true. And that is interesting. I think we talked about how the verbiage was a little weird when he was like, mother, like, go to your room and don't worry about it.
Yeah, he was like, let the men take care of this.
Yeah, I did think I think the verbiage is weird. But part of me also, if I'm going to play devil's advocate a little bit.
Yes,
please do. I do also kind of appreciate the sentiment that she's been fighting his whole life.
He wants to take care of her.
And now he's old enough to step up. And he has the power to do it where she doesn't. I mean, he could have said it better.
Yeah. No, he could have.
But I do like the sentiment of, Mom, I'm going to go and I'm going to figure this out.
And I'm going to take care of you.
You've taken care of me my whole life.
And he's just like, that's the other thing too, is like, these people have been eating our food, using our stuff, just like living here. And we've just been letting this happen.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard for you to be in a position to say no. And she's the queen. She's the matriarch. But at the same time, like, there's a certain power dynamic that shifted once Telemachus was old enough to be able to stand up to her.
Like, people are saying that Odysseus is dead, but they've never really claimed it at home that he is. So he's technically still like
alive.
They call him the master of the house in this translation. I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
But so since he's gone, he's the one that has like the quote unquote true power. So like they still could have pushed back, like, oh, but Odysseus is not here to say no. So what are you to say?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It is a little weird.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Devil's advocate translation, it's more of the sentiment that he just wants his mom.
That's how I like to think about
it. Well, I think that's how it shows in his character in the rest of the story too. But it is interesting because, like, I feel like people just read that surface level. That's the visceral reaction.
Yeah, which is fair. I think I didn't really get to where like my thoughts were until like the end. I'm like, okay, wait, maybe the language is just a little weird.
This is the intention behind what he said. Yeah. Okay, so the mother's part. That was like a good highlight.
That's my favorite part. We can skip over, I'm really appreciating Odysseus right now. And then, he talks to King Agamemnon and Achilles, and then they start talking about how wives are the worst. And then I'm like, Odysseus, you're annoying again. We'll move on.
Yeah, we'll move on.
And then the one other part that I want to mention that I really liked was Argos the dog. Because, of course, I have to talk about the dog.
Oh, absolutely.
So, in my translation, it's page 396 or chapter...
Yeah, what?
It's book 17, Insults and Abuse. I even think the books are a little different in each translation.
Probably.
This is after he's talking to Athena. Athena has disguised him as a beggar, and he's going into the city, and no one recognizes him except for his dog. And I think this is another really good metaphor or illusion of what his home looks like while he's been away.
Yeah.
So it says, as they spoke, Argos the dog that lay there raised his head and ears. Odysseus has trained this dog, but with no benefit. He left too soon to march on holy Troy. The master gone, boys took the puppy out to hunt wild goats and deers and hares. But now he lay neglected, without an owner, in a pile of dung for mules and cows. The slaves stored heaps of it outside the door until they fertilized the large estate. So Argos lay there dirty, covered with fleas. And when he realized Odysseus was near, he wagged his tail, and both his ears dropped back. He was too weak to move towards his master at a distance. Odysseus had noticed, and he wiped his tears away and hid them easily and said, Eumaeus, it is strange this dog is lying in the dung. He looks quite handsome, though it is hard to tell if he can run or if he is a pet, a table dog kept just for looks. And then it says, Eumaeus, I think I'm saying that right. You replied, the dog belonged to someone who has died in foreign lands. If he were in good health, as when Odysseus abandoned him and went to Troy, you would soon see how quick and brave he used to be. He went to hunt in woodland, and he always caught his prey. His nose was marvelous, but now he is in bad condition with his master gone, long dead. The women failed to care for him. Slaves do not want to do their proper work when masters are not watching them. Zeus halves our value on the day that we make us slaves. With that, the swineherd went inside the palace to join the noble suitors. 20 years has passed since Argos saw Odysseus, and now he saw him for the final time. Then suddenly Black Death took hold of him. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just going to sob now.
I know.
Like, I think that was a very beautiful and very interesting way to show that Odysseus, you went off and did this amazing thing for your country. But at home, even since you're gone and there's no one really here to take care of the place, even your dog is suffering.
Yeah.
I think that even the animals, no one's taking care of them. Mm-hmm. The whole thing about the slaves don't really want to work if their master's not there. I think that's more of at least how I interpret it. It's if there's not someone there to take charge and really make sure everything's taken care of, things just get forgotten.
Yeah.
And that's what's happened to your home, is there's no one really here to take care of it because people miss you.
Yeah.
And I'm and then the dog dies, and that's very sad.
Yeah. And he can't even go to his dog.
I know, but I love how he's in a disguise. I also think the disguise thing is very interesting too. Mm-hmm. Before I pass the baton over.
Oh, you're good.
Because I feel like it's more how I read it. Athena's disguising him, but I also think he's probably just changed.
Yeah.
It's been 20 years. He probably looks... Athena probably didn't even have to change him that much, because he probably looks super different.
But it's oh, yes, I get what you're saying.
He probably acts super different. War has probably completely changed him as a person. So I love that the dog just knew. And then later on in the story, I love how Penelope, in the end, it took her a second, but I love how they had their, secret language.
Yeah.
And that's how she recognized him.
Yes.
I thought that was very sweet.
Yes.
And then they talked all night, apparently, is what the translation said. And they just knew each other, and then they were back. And then they, got rid of the suitors.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Yeah. Yes. Okay. I have those same thoughts because that idea that war changes you, she probably didn't have to do all that much. It's more of just a literary tool to demonstrate that concept that these are different people. Penelope's a different person.
Literally his son was a baby.
Telemachus has been shaped by the fact of his father's due to his father's absence. Clearly he goes on this whole journey to find his father, believing his father was dead. He thought his dad was dead. And then wanted to hear okay, maybe I can hear about my father, to the point where it's oh, my father lives. So that was really interesting to me about how each of them have been shaped by what we had mentioned in our last episode of like Nostos, of like this journey home, but also the changing that happens within the characters in the journey to become the people they need to be. Anyways.
Yes.
But what I really liked was just kind of each of the characters, like, and how they, what's the word? How they interact with each other, like the way, and like parallel each other, I guess. Because I feel like the Odyssey, so incredible.
Yes.
With how Odysseus is written, but also how Penelope is written.
Yes.
Because, so Odysseus, he like relies on his brains. His hubris bites him in the butt several times. And honestly is the reason why it takes him so long to get home.
Literally.
Like, jeez, dude. Like,
I know.
That's the most frustrating part, is it's his own fault that it takes him so long. Yeah, seriously. Like, I'm like, it took you 20 years. Like, I feel like Penelope should have slapped him at one point. And then was like, whoosh. You know, like in all those movies where they do something stupid, but then they're like, I still love you, but you're an idiot.
I'm angry at you for doing this because I have been living in hell. But I'm really happy you're home.
Like, yeah, exactly. So it needs to be like that kind of interaction. Like, so maybe we'll get that in the movie. If I was the actress playing Penelope, I feel like I would be like, I feel like this would be a reasonable thing to do.
Yes.
If I knew, like, if Athena told me, like, this is what happened, and I'd be like, what? You gotta be kidding me. It wasn't just that, like, Poseidon was making life hard. You made your life hard.
Also, how many women did you sleep with while you were gone?
Yeah, like, hello.
Like every woman you
Whereas
met.
I have been the moral, like, example of fidelity in this entire narrative. So that's the thing I'm kind of getting to, is like he's very smart, and that's what gets him out of a lot of stuff. But he's also really dumb, which really also gets him in a lot of trouble. But I think what the really cute concept though is like he wants to get home. He like doesn't want physical immortality. He wants to get home and grow old with his wife. And I think that's so tender. So love that. But then Penelope, I think she arguably parallels Odysseus in the things she has to endure, while he goes through like immense like physical and emotional challenges that the gods put him under. Penelope is going through like insane emotional and moral like challenges with the suitors, and like having to deal with that. Man, that's a long time that you're dealing with it when you just are grieving your husband and are also raising a child alone. And so I felt like that was an interesting parallel within the story. And then like what we already talked about was like Athena's role in how she approaches each of them, like how she approaches Telemachus. Like he needed a father figure, but you really see why Athena likes Odysseus, just because she treats him like an equal. So she kind of walks with him through it all. Whereas Telemachus, she kind of is like the guiding father figure until he's ready to meet his actual father. And then that whole interaction is really interesting too, when he's with his dad and how his dad sees him as an equal in a way. Like he strings his father's bow and he has the strength to do it, but when he gives him like the silent cue to hold back, like that's really interesting. Like I find that very compelling. And so I don't know, I think clearly, as we see in like storytelling throughout the ages, getting back home and being with your family is like such a touching narrative to me. Yeah. And so these main characters also like, and the story of the dog, like even down to the animals, when you leave home, there like are people grieving and suffering happening. And
I mean, you can see in little things, like I think this is a story that is very relatable. I don't know if like going off to great wars necessarily is the relatable thing, but like I left home for a couple of years to go to Japan, and my family dog, I didn't know this until I got home, but he got super sick for 2 weeks after I left. Like he knew that I was going to be gone in a different country for a long time, and he literally was ill. Oh. And then they would just find, his name's Apollo, they would just find Apollo in my room. And he was literally just like, it. I don't know. There's like,
I wouldn't tell you either. That would make you bawl your eyes out.
Literally. And I feel like there's like, I think we don't realize within the home how much like weight and energy we hold until that person's gone. And it's like, wow.
That
like,
space.
Like you in the home, no matter what the home is, if it's like with your family or like whatever space you're in, it's a big deal when you're gone. So I think it's like there's that importance of the individual in there too.
And there's like also like grief for the person that leaves in the people they can meet when they come home. Yeah. Because like he missed Telemachus's entire upbringing. He's meeting an entirely different, but it's his son.
He's meeting an adult basically. He never saw the child.
Yeah. And so like I also like lived in Puerto Rico for a little bit, and like coming home and seeing how big my siblings were.
Oh yeah.
Like sure we have technology, but you're not seeing the day-to-day growth or conversations or like the way that their favorite color changes or like just things like that make stories like this so emotionally relevant to everybody. That's why they live so long. Like these stories is because we can all identify with this concept of being left behind or being the one that leaves. Yeah. Because we all go through it at different times in our lives. And it even like it makes me think of Little Women. Like Beth's whole thing. She's just like, I never aspired to do great things like my sisters. All I wanted is just to be together. And that's like my favorite thing is when we're all together. And then when she's dying, that's like she's like, I have watched you guys all leave home, but now I'm the one leaving and waiting for you. And that just is so, I don't know. That's just so moving to me.
It's a very human story.
It is. It is the human story, I guess. And so I really enjoyed the Odyssey, and I feel like it's something that I'm very excited to see adapted on the screen. I feel like it's been adapted a lot. Yeah. I heard someone's doing a musical of the Odyssey.
Yeah, the epic.
Yeah, the epic. So I heard
My
that.
sister loves it.
And then another one was like recently done with Ray Fiennes is Odysseus.
Oh, yeah.
Voldemort.
Yeah.
So, but I don't remember what that one is. And so there's just so many adaptations. So I'm very curious to see Christopher Nolan's translation of Emily Wilson's translation on the screen.
I know, right?
Because I think there's something about seeing it visually that I think will be really fun to experience.
I think when I was deciding whether or not to listen to it or sit and read it, I was reminded of my experience with Shakespeare and how I always like force myself to read Shakespeare, but you have to watch Shakespeare to appreciate it. I feel like if you're having a hard time with the Odyssey, maybe think about the translation you are reading if you haven't already finished it. Hopefully you have, because you got through the spoiler episode. Yeah. But I also think it's supposed to be, this is a story supposed to be heard. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So that's why that gets to this other point. So if you guys want physical copies, we have links for that. Because there's something about having a physical book and having like a pen to like write like, what the heck does that mean? Like to engage with the text, that's like, that is really, I don't know, beneficial as a reader. But also listening, I think is like the best way to go about experiencing the Odyssey, like Callie was saying, because that's what it was kind of meant for. It was passed around orally.
All the scholars, what they can all agree about is it was told orally first.
Yes. And so it's meant to be heard. It's meant to be listened to. And so this is like one of those books where it's like, who cares if you read or listened to it? It doesn't like, well, I guess reading does kind of change it, but listening to it, there's like, you get 15 hours of free audio on Spotify. Yes. And if you listen to the Emily Wilson, you get Claire Danes, and she's amazing. And which is hilarious, she played Beth in Little Women. She played Beth in like the Winona Ryder Little Women with Christian Bale. She also is in Stardust. She plays the star that fell. I can't remember what her name. Evangeline, is that her name? I can't remember.
Eve? I haven't seen that movie
Eve?
In so long.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
But that's a I didn't know Stardust was oh my gosh, what's his name? Neil Gaiman.
Oh my gosh, it is.
Neil Gaiman wrote Stardust, and that was adapted. So anyways, Claire Danes, and she's the one that approached them about doing it, she wanted to be the voice. She like wanted to voice it. And so she does Emily Wilson's translation on Spotify. And then Ian McKellen does the Odyssey for Robert Fagles. And it's amazing. If you want to listen to Gandalf, read the Odyssey. That's basically, really fun. It's so fun. So that's a free version. And there's also free YouTubes. But I have to say it is very hard to find a good one. They're pretty bad. I really struggled. But they're all like, those are free versions you can access. But I would recommend the Spotify audios that you can listen to for free for 15 hours. And those are great. And then the physical copies if you want to follow along. But yeah, that was my experience, was listening to Gandalf mostly.
I love that.
And
that's awesome.
I know. I kind of just call him Gandalf, but I don't think he would mind.
No, I don't think he minds at all.
I think he loves that role.
I think he does.
So I listened to that, and it was fantastic. And really helps immerse you into the epic, I guess. Yeah. The Robert Fagles one is quite cinematic, too. So
I think the atmosphere is definitely there.
Yeah. But I think that's really it for me on like what I really liked. I really liked Athena's hand throughout it all, and that she was like running the show basically. And the fact that Odysseus is such a like character of turmoil, I guess. Like he has like a lot of things to admire and a lot of things to bug you, which I think is the point. He's a flawed, but it's still annoying. He's a flawed man.
Yeah.
And then Penelope is just an incredible character. I guess one thing I wanted to ask was, people mention how Emily Wilson's translation sheds a light on the gritty truths of the female characters, but I'm not sure what that means. So I was curious, like as a reader, like is there anything that you noticed? It's probably hard because you didn't read both of them, so you can't compare, but I'm curious.
I feel like it just kind of came out of the way that she translated the story. Like she didn't sugarcoat anything that was happening. Okay. If that makes sense. Like when they were talking about Penelope, when they go to the underworld, they were constantly calling her like the evil queen and how she was going to try and trick Odysseus. And there wasn't any like skirting around how they feel about
Penelope.
Not Penelope, Persephone.
How they feel about,
sorry.
What?
Wrong name. Persephone.
Hades' wife.
There wasn't any skirting around how they feel about Persephone. And then when like talking about Circe and Calypso, I think she was just straightforward and direct. I think it was just like, this is how these people thought about these women, and these were the intentions that happened. Yeah. There wasn't any like flowery language to hide behind that. Who's the one that turned them into pigs?
Circe.
Circe was like, I'm going to help you, but you have to sleep with me first. And Odysseus was like, I don't really want to, but he still does. Yeah. And then she helps him. I think it was just more of like at least how I read it. I could probably look into it more. It just kind of came out of the direct translation.
Interesting. Okay. Because I'm like, I don't know what that means. And so I'm curious what someone who's read her translation thinks. Because I don't think it was that bad in the Odyssey. I think they were just used as characters to propel the hero's journey. Or like to show like the...
I mean, and that's how it was in Emily Wilson. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm like not sure. But maybe it's the fact... But this is like the other thing that we always would talk about in our folklore class, which was like... women are often used as the temptresses. So like while like Penelope was... But the thing is like, I feel like you can argue that in the Odyssey because Penelope was just so morally... strong. And like what the mother said, like Penelope's strong. She's a strong woman. Like don't give up. Like don't like, you want to hear how she's doing, but she's waiting for you. Yeah. Just like you've been trying to get home. So you have her, but then you have other women throughout that are kind of could hold Odysseus back, I guess. And so I think one thing that I like remember reading about in like my folklore classes is that there's always that Eve narrative where like women are just inherently, I don't know if evil is the word, but they're an obstacle Like they're a challenge.
No, I know what you mean.
And because like Eve ate the fruit and women are like,
I mean, that's what people say about the Iliad.
yeah,
Like that's
Helen,
like people
she's
like,
the forbidden fruit in a way, but also, so it's just really interesting to me. So I was curious, like, if there's anything in the translation that changed that.
I don't think it changed anything. I think it's just obvious when you read it. Like there's no, oh, actually, I think it's read this way. I think she's just very clear. Like, hey, this is how it happened. This is how it was written in Greek. Yeah. This is how it was told.
Yeah.
So.
But I loved it. I also just feel like, I don't know. I didn't really worry about tropes that people are like, oh, like, you know what I mean? When people are like, they do modern retellings because they need to fix the ancient tropes that are wrong. Like, I didn't feel that when I was reading it. I just felt like it was about a man who wanted to get home, a son who loved him, and a wife that loved him. And, like, what it means, like you said, when you go off to war, but also how you change at home and in war.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know if I just have, like, a very loose opinion on translations. Because I know people have really strong opinions for Emily Wilson and against Emily Wilson.
Yes.
And I think I just went into it with the expectation that it was just going to be... See, I don't even want to say simpler because that seems like a bad thing, but it's not. I just went in knowing it wasn't going to be like, I don't know, like how the Bible's written or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I think Fitzgerald kind of gets lost in, because I think that was part of the issues I had a little bit with Fitzgerald. Not Fagles, Fitzgerald. The one I read in college is I was like, okay, am I in like Bible study?
Yeah.
And I was getting a little bit tired of that. But I mean, if you like that, then I don't think that's a bad thing either. So
it's just important to know as a reader what you like to consume, to know how to approach this. Yeah. Because this is a book club, y'all. We're reading this for fun.
Exactly.
So have fun.
That's kind of what I wanted. I just wanted to have fun.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
So I think, like, if you were in school, like, there's merit to, like, reading these different translations because I guess you're just understanding these other approaches, but as just having fun for the month of July.
True. We are not a class. We're not college. You're not getting graded on this.
Yeah, you're not getting graded on this. This is literally us nerding out about the books that we read and then our experience of them. And we really want to know, like, what translations you guys chose and why, and what were your favorite parts, favorite quotes. I feel like there was a lot of funny things.
There are a lot of funny things.
That I'm just like, that is a hilarious thing to write here. And so there's like some wit there. So I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about the month of August.
Yes.
This is a great segue.
It is. Okay, I was looking at our master doc. It's actually audience choice next month. Watch out for Instagram. We're going to come up with a list of choices.
Yes, we're going to do that.
And you guys can vote.
And August is going to be our, like, children's theme.
Yes. So
every
all be
year.
Children's books.
Yeah, so, like, August will just be our month for, like, studying children's literature. And I think that would be really fun for, like, any parents out there or, like, our friends that have kids that can listen to it and join along a book club.
Because we got to get all of the genres.
Because, like, it's fun to do a book club when you're a kid, too.
This is true.
And it'll all help us practice our inner child. So
exactly.
It'll be healing for us.
I agree.
So, yeah, we'll send over a list, and we'll have you guys vote, and then we'll announce it at the end of the month.
Just normal day.
Our normal first day of the month.
Yes.
Love it. Okay, well, you guys, thank you for joining. Please engage with us.
Yeah.
Please give us your votes.
Yes.
But thank you so much. We had so much fun.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.